Alright, welcome to another episode in my YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about steps out of depression. I'll be talking about depression and how you can overcome it. Depression has become a almost a pandemic in our societies in this age and time. A lot of people are going into depression and are committing suicide. The statistics keep rising, and it's actually a sad and sorry tale. And so it is due to this high rise in the cases of depression and suicide or depression related deaths that I am doing this video. I just want to encourage all my listeners out there that suicide is not an option. I will show you what is possible today, how you can seek help, how you can get treatment for every mental health issue. If you are depressed, there is a way out of it. It's not the end of life. Just want to encourage you today. Just stick with me as I take you through the steps out of depression. Before we go into that, we would like to know what is depression? What is depression really? So clinically, depression is defined as a serious mood disorder involving one or more episodes of intense psychological loss of interest or pleasure that lasts 2 or more weeks and is accompanied by irritability, fatigue, poor concentration, sleep disturbances, weight gain or loss, feelings of worthlessness or guilt, and sometimes suicidal tendencies. This is the clinical definition of depression. So you can see all the components that form what? Depression. So if you are experiencing any of these symptoms that have been mentioned that is accompanied, like you are easily irritated, you get fatigued easily, you lack the ability to concentrate for long periods of time, you have sleep disturbances, you can hardly sleep, weight gain or loss, that you can't even explain, then feeling not worthy or having this excessive feeling of guilt, and then you are beginning to harbor or nurture suicidal thoughts. These are all signs of depression. So according to the World Health Organization, depression is a significant contributor to the global burden of disease, and it affects people in all communities across the world. Today, depression is estimated to affect 350 million people worldwide, globally. That's a huge number of people, 350 million people suffering from depression. Wow. This shows you the urgency and the need why we need to contribute our little quarter. That is the reason why I'm doing this video. To be able to support the effort at bringing down the rate of people that are affected globally by depression. So the World Mental Health Survey conducted in 17 countries around the world found that on average 1 in 20 people reported having an episode of depression in the previous year. That means 1 in 20 people or persons are having or are depressed. That's what it means. So when you count 20 people, 1 in those 20 people is having a case of depression. He has that psychological disorder. So depression disorders often start at a young age, and they reduce people's functioning and often are reoccurring. That means they keep coming up over time. So for this reason, depression is said to be the leading cause of disability. So do you feel your motivation drained? These are one of the ways you can ask yourself these questions. Do you feel your motivation drained? Are your conversations becoming sour and negative? Are you blinded to your current blessings or good things that are happening around you? Is your enthusiasm forced? That means you have to be forced to be excited, to feel joy, to feel any form of, you know, happiness or a burst of energy for you to do anything. It's like you have to be pushed into it. Are you confused regarding your future plans? Are you always seeing things in the negative instead of seeing the good or in everything? That most time your perception is always colored by the negative. You feel everything is bad. But is it truly bad? Is your desire to pursue God gone? Some of these things. That your faith, your religion, you don't have any desire again to want to commune with a higher power, with God. So if you answered yes to these questions, these are things that you need to know about depression. There are some things you need to know. One is that understand that depression can come to every one of us. So your feelings are not unique or unusual. These feelings that you're having, they're not unique or unusual. Great men in history recorded periods of great depression in their life. During the world wars, all the great men who ever lived within that period, who were presidents, who were heads of state, if you read their biography, you will see times where they have continuously recorded periods where they were depressed because of situations. So it's not unique to you. It's not something that's unusual. According to a survey by the National Institute of Mental Health, at any one time, it is said that 1/3 of the population is experiencing depression. So you can see this. That is not something that is peculiar to just you. Two is that recognize the danger of depression. Depression has its danger. So many people treat depression so lightly. That's why many people don't try to seek help. Don't try to get professional help or to speak to somebody about it, what they are going through, until it is too late and people begin to realize and say, but this person looked happy. This person was all full of life and all that. And all of a sudden, you just hear that, oh, this person has committed suicide. And you begin to wonder. So as society, as people, as friends, as family, let's begin to recognize the danger of depression and let's look out for these signs. Let's not take it lightly. Let's just say, it's just mood swings. No. Let's always ask people when we see them in that mood, are they okay? What is the problem? Let's be sensitive. So depression can lead to broken homes, to physical breakdown, to suicide and attempts at suicide, countless other sorrows that we cannot even mention. Number 3, there is treatment for depression. That's something you need to know. So if you are listening out there and you are having these tendencies or you are having these feelings or these symptoms of depression that I mentioned earlier, please understand that there is treatment for depression. And we will discuss some of these available treatments shortly. So just stick with me. Number 4, you can take immediate action. You can begin to take steps to get help and treatment. It's a choice that you can make. It is nothing to be ashamed of. Don't ever think that you have to be ashamed because you are depressed. No. It can happen to the best of us. So you can begin to step out of that depression. You can decide to rest, decide to be joyful, decide to speak to a therapist and a mental health expert, or you can decide to speak to somebody who can help you or take you to where you can get the much needed help. Number 5, you can practice the 3 secret power of daily living. This is like a bonus that Mike Murdoch talked about. And what are these 3 secret power of living daily? The first one is, he said, respect the opinion of God concerning your life. What has God said about your life? You are the apple of his eye. He loved you so much that he had to give up his precious and only begotten son for you. He has said you are more than a conqueror. You are his beloved. He has mentioned these things, so you are valuable. God is so mindful of you that, look, he made you, he designed you, and he created you as a higher being. That's how precious you are. So these are the opinions they're supposed to be having, what? And to respect those opinions, not what the opinion of people who are negative, or what somebody else is trying to, what? Tell you, the negative opinion of people about you. No. Number 2, secret power of daily living is habitualize your morning talks with God. That is prayer, devotion. Learn to have a conversation with God. This will help you to see yourself in the light that he sees you, and it will boost your confidence, it will boost your esteem, it will remove you from that place of depression, fill you with joy, because you get to talk to somebody who loves you no matter what you are going through. The number 3 secret power of daily living, he said, power talk or faith talk. That's what he calls it. Learn to repeat aloud the viewpoint of God about you. A great sage once said, what pleasant words are health to the bones. Pleasant words are health to the bones. So don't wait until people are the ones who are complimenting you or telling you pleasant words. Learn to tell yourself pleasant words. It's called the power talk. Talk to yourself, repeat aloud those empowering things about yourself, or about what God is saying about you, about human beings. So what are the treatment for depression? As I promised earlier, in the things you need to know about depression, I said we're going to talk about what that depression, what is treatable. It has a treatment. So now we're going to the treatments for depression. First, you are encouraged to talk to someone you trust about how you feel. It could be parents, it could be your teachers, it could be your school counselor, it could be a family member or a friend. Don't take it lightly. If you're having any thoughts of depression, or you are feeling depressed, talk to somebody. Secondly, you can visit a doctor to learn whether you have depression and what can be done to treat it. Support could include psychological therapy that focuses on building skills to deal with life stresses and to change negative thinking patterns, as well as lifestyle changes. So these lifestyle changes could include creating exercise and sleep routines. You could be taught that at certain times, exercise, wake up at a certain time and engage in exercise, go to bed at certain times. This improves your body chemistry and the chemicals that are released in your body. It helps you to regulate them, and they function as they're supposed to, and they're secreted when they're supposed to be secreted, to help boost your body and your mood. Because when you sleep and how you sleep affects your mood. Exercise also that has that effect on it. So your doctor may add antidepressant medication to your treatment plan, which is very okay. It's okay, as long as you follow what the doctor's prescription. You're not doing self-medication. It can take up to 6 weeks to feel better after treatment with medication begins, but you will notice what an improvement. So you're encouraged to speak with your doctor about changes in your moods. Speak with him so that he'll be able to know how better to administer treatment to you. Don't feel shame to talk about this, is or open up about how you feel, about the changes in your moods. So here are some self-help tips for improving your mental health. One is exercise regularly. Make exercise a regular part of your daily routine. It helps to boost your mental health. 2, eat healthy food. What you eat inside your body has the capacity or the ability to affect your mood. It has the ability to affect your mental health. Research has shown and proven these things. So eat right, eat healthy. Fruits, fibers, vegetables should be part of your meals.
Then thirdly, practice relaxation techniques. Learn to relax, learn to sit still and let your body relax. 4, you should learn to speak regularly with trusted friends and families about your feelings, about your emotions, about your moods. Don't sit down and die alone in silence. No, learn to engage and speak. 5th, engage in creative pursuits. For example, you can engage in painting, in drawing, in songwriting, in swimming activity. Just something out of your normal activity, something that stimulates your creativity. Next, learn to set small goals. Small goals. It could be, okay, today you are going to walk for 30 minutes. Or this week you are going to learn to ride a bicycle. Or you are going to learn to swim. Small goals like this, learn to do them small. This week you say, I'm going to wash the car. Like that, small goals, set small goals. And you see the joy in your ability to achieve them. When you achieve them, it creates in you joy that you want to set more goals like that. This thing helps your mental health. Now, also learn to do something enjoyable. Engage in activities that are enjoyable to you and for you. So many people find it hard to ask for professional help, and sometimes young people don't want to go to a healthcare professional. That is why I just mentioned those self-help tips for improving your mental health. But it gets to a point where you need to seek professional health care. Seek a professional or a mental health expert that can help you to be overcome or get out of depression. And in case you need to speak to someone, you can always reach me via WhatsApp. It will be displayed. You will see it going through 081 600 90489. From outside Nigeria, it is +234 81 600 90489, or via email Gwarzala2001@yahoo.com. You will see it on the screen there. Reach out to me and can always connect with you. We can talk about anything you want to talk about. It's a judgment-free zone. As long as you feel, I hope that you'll be able to come to a place that you'll feel better, that you can talk about whatever problem or situation without judgment, and together we can see how we can be of help, we can encourage one another. Suicide is never an option. It's just what I want to push out to you, that in whatever situation when you are depressed, let's talk. If you don't have anyone to talk to, I have put my WhatsApp number, I have put my email. Talk to me. But don't take suicide as an option. Don't take your own life. The world needs what is in the inside of you. You have a lot that the world can benefit from. So please don't see suicide as an option. And I trust and believe that I will see you at the top, and that you will overcome whatever circumstance, situation. That depression will not swallow you, because you are loved. No matter what anybody tells you, know that you are loved. Someone cares. I care. That is why I am doing this video, because I want you to pull out of it, and so that you will know that you are a champion, and we need the champion in you to arise, so that others too can know what is possible and can rise to fulfill the greatness that is on the inside of them. Thank you very much. See you at the top.